Hi, this is Terry. Welcome back to my channel. Today's topic is all about traditions.
And we have a time limit of 13 minutes.
Okay, well, and how this came about is this morning we're recording this on Friday. This will come out on Saturday. And we made our annual trek out to Farmer John's Pumpkin Patch in Half Moon Bay, which is an annual thing. And today in my, it wasn't Shutterfly, it was, I think my Facebook memories, some pictures from when you two were littles came up. And we often get, how many pumpkins do we normally get? 20?
A lot.
We get a lot of pumpkins. And last year was the first year without Adam. This year also without Adam because he's still back in San Diego. And it's a little bittersweet because we'd heard rumors that Farmer John was planning on retiring and closing up the pumpkin patch. And last year we didn't get to see him because he had a triple bypass like 2 weeks before Halloween. And so we didn't get to see him. We usually go just a couple of days before Halloween because we tend to have unseasonably warm weather right now. And if we have, if we get the pumpkins too early, and especially if we carve them too early, they become mushy, disgusting messes. And now that we don't stinky. And now that we don't have the chickens, we can't just throw the gross stuff into the chicken coop. They actually have to go into the compost bin. So how many pumpkins do we get? I'll send you a picture. 7. They're gorgeous pumpkins. Apparently, Farmer John said that they're having one of their best seasons ever, despite what's going on. I guess there are shortages of pumpkins in other parts of the country, and so people are calling for pumpkins from as far away as New York. I guess the little study pumpkins, these little tiny ones that Farmer John calls study pumpkins. I guess
they go on your desk and remind you to study.
Yeah. This has just been a tradition, and it was changed a little bit this year, excuse me, because COVID.
COVID.
Thank you. Because of the masks. So we had to wear masks, and I'm thinking that the thumbnail picture might be a picture of me, Zeke, and Farmer John, because we took a cute picture today. That might be the thumbnail. If not, maybe I'll send it to you and you can put it in. But the mask wearing was a little was unusual for this time of year for us. There were a couple sanitization stations set up with hand washing and hand sanitizer and stuff. Of course, the signs to wear the masks and to keep your distance. But we got there early enough that we were able to go through, get some pumpkins. Violet, my dog, whined all the way over and all the way back because she hates the car, but we can't do this without her. And
we did it without her before we got her.
This is true, but since we've gotten her. But because of COVID, some of our Halloween traditions are absolutely changing. Usually we do a huge scare fest. We do a 4-room structure thing in our driveway. I think I've talked about it before on this channel in a previous video. I am really sad because we're running out of time with Ray. Ray is hoping to graduate from high school next December, and then we'll be gone the following. So next year's like our last Halloween together
and it's really fun to scare small children so badly they cry.
Or to have people walk by and hear the screaming and be so scared that they don't even want to go into the haunted house.
That's less fun because then we can't scare them so much.
I understand. What was our theme last year? Because we did...
It was just the Monster Mash.
Oh, it was Monster Mash last year. One of my favorites was still Fairy Tale Gone Bad. Freak Show was one of my favorites. So we've done...
I like dressing up as a doll and being really creepy and doing the Jack-in-the-Box thing.
That was Ray loves doing jump scares.
Jump scares are the best part.
But this year, we put decorations out, but it's definitely not our annual tradition, and I am really sad. Because it's a Saturday night, it's a
full moon, too. It's a Saturday, it's a full moon.
And we're not going to have full moon on Halloween for another 18 or 19 years.
So you might be dead by then.
No, I'm living for another 50.
I mean, I might be dead by then, too.
Oh my God, you are so morbid today.
I mean, it is Halloween themed, so...
Okay. Anyway, so it looks like we'll be sitting in our front area. Zeke has created this big tube to push candy through. I think another set of neighbors are going to come over. We'll put caution tape up all over. There'll be the carved pumpkins, but it's just not going to be the same. I mean, are we even going to have trick-or-treaters? I don't know.
Worst case scenario, we build a sort of candy cannon and just blast candy through the front doors of all of our neighbors who have kids, and even those who don't, because why should trick-or-treating be limited to small children?
It's just, well, we would just give you, I just hate trick-or-treating.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, begging, going around begging for candy. So, so how are you are you sad that we're not able to do this?
I mean, it's always fun to scare the shit out of people, and it's fun to get dressed up and have friends over, but, like, if it's not gonna happen, it's not gonna happen, and c'est la vie.
Yeah, I guess so. So then that got me thinking about, we're sliding into the rest of the holidays here, at least here in the U.S., with Thanksgiving coming up in November. I was talking to a friend of mine who's in her late 20s, and her parents, her family's like scattered all over the place. And she's basically been sent, just said, this is what we're doing Zoom Thanksgiving. And she's like, and I wonder if this is going to provide an opportunity for people who don't necessarily want to get together with family members to be able to say, yeah, COVID, I can't go there, or I have roommates, so I can't really participate in what it is that you're trying to do. And so I'm just kind of wondering if, how much of people's traditions are going to change as a result of COVID for the better, in terms of people being able to set boundaries and say no because it's safe and unhealthy, or in bad ways because maybe they're feeling disconnected, or maybe they have aging loved ones and may not have many more opportunities to get together. Or maybe what we do is we create different new traditions, new opportunities to come together with people that we love, whether they are, related to us or not. For Thanksgiving, I'm assuming that my sister and my brother-in-law are going to spend it with my mom and dad because they're part of their bubble down in San Jose. We won't be spending it with them because we have just a broader life. We're exposed to more people, and I think that makes my mom and probably my sister uncomfortable. I don't spend any time with my sister and my brother-in-law anyway, so I'm not going to use a holiday to fabricate closeness in a sense of family, so not even going there. We talked with some other neighbors about doing a Friendsgiving, but it really is going to depend on the weather, because I don't really want to be inside with a whole bunch of other people. But if the weather's nice enough, we can set up a bunch of tables outside, and we could potentially do a Friendsgiving outside. So I think I need to get through the election, see what sort of a shit show that is, see what happens shortly thereafter,
and then if we're moving to France, and then, kind of go from there. So, do you have any thoughts on Thanksgiving? I mean, the people that we have incorporated into our bubble are mostly our neighbors.
Yeah.
Which, they're cool. They're not, people who, if I was on my own, I would decide to have a Friendsgiving with, just because I have friends who are, pretty much family.
Yeah.
But since you're not that close with them, it doesn't make sense to incorporate them. So.
Yeah, one of the moms is kind of kooky.
Which one?
I'm not going to say. So that's for Thanksgiving. And then, and I'm not expecting people to travel, as hopefully people aren't going to be traveling like they normally are. So who knows what that's going to look like. And then sliding into the winter holidays, regardless of what you celebrate, what's that going to look like? Once again, I got to get through the elections, and then it's a little overwhelming to think. Fortunately, we don't have to travel places to meet up with family. And in some cases, I'm avoiding family. So COVID really helps
Only
with that.
In some cases.
In a lot of cases. So
in most of the cases.
In most of the cases, I'm avoiding. So COVID's actually helping with that. But I want to know from you, how are the holidays going to be different for you? Are you happy about it? Are you not happy about it? I did see something go through about the elf on the shelf, that a lot of families are going, well, elf can't come because of COVID. But then does that raise questions about whether Santa can come and what happens to families around that? For those people who believe and celebrate Christmas. I don't know. So let me know. Drop it into the comments. Send me emails. Send me a text. What I will do is I will combine last week's commenters with this week's, and we'll continue to do the same giveaway for some candles. So if we have enough, maybe I'll do 2 giveaways. But right now we've got a couple of commenters. So go ahead and drop it in the comments. And we'll go from there. I think I saw a nutcracker fragrance candle. I need to go find out who's behind that. What would that even smell like?
Nuts?
No, nutcracker would smell like, I think, cinnamon and pine. So it would be like a tree with some cinnamon. I don't know. That's what I would expect nutcracker.
But it's literally nuts.
But I think of the nutcracker, the ballet. I don't think of the actual nuts.
Does it smell like a theater then?
I don't know. So anyway, what do you think a nutcracker candle, labeled nutcracker candle fragrance would be? I'm kind of curious what you would think about it.
I just realized sugar plums aren't nutcracker. Those are night before Christmas.
Right? But aren't there sugar plums in the candy scene? Aren't there?
I have no idea. It's been a while.
It's been a bit. Before I forget, I am going to go ahead and put a link in the description. I'm doing a keynote on November 12th for a women's conference called The Wave. Jen LeBlanc and her team at Changing Tides are putting this on. I'm going to be talking about women claiming our power to change the world. And I love being a part of women's conferences because you know what? When conferences are put on by women and for women, we get the greatest swag. I got a lovely gift box from Jen and team with a journal and some tea and some macaroons, not macarons, macaroons, a pen and a lovely thank you note and a copy of Changing Tides, which I am a contributor. I contributed a chapter to the Changing Tides book. I'll go ahead and put a link in there. I do have
like 5 of them on your shelf.
I do.
Already.
You know what? So if you would like a copy of the Changing Tides book signed by me and you are in the United States, because I don't want to spend $25 on shipping to send it outside the United States, go ahead and put it in the comments and I will pick a lucky winner to send a copy to, a signed copy of the book. It's really great. There are a lot of contributors. My friend Sandra contributed. I think, Jen, of course, contributed. There's some really great things in there for women founders and women investors. And check in with Finn. How you doing?
Not bad. I'm going backpacking this weekend, so that's fun.
Yeah, so I'll be on my own. Woohoo! But who's going to feed me?
You, mother. You are a grown-ass woman.
This is true.
You can feed yourself.
A grown-ass woman who got her hair cut and colored this week. Yay! Thank you to my hairdresser, Sherry, for doing this. Oh my God, it felt so good. First time in 9 months, and I swear she took 4 inches off. So
it looks exactly the same.
It does not. It looks shorter, and it's lighter around here, so I don't look as old. And I managed to get in for Botox, so hopefully the divot. The next thing I'm going to book, I'm going to take a big risk. I'm going to go get a pedicure because my feet need it. So that's another thing. What sort of self-care are you doing right now? How are you taking care of yourself during this crazy election time in the U.S.? I know that people outside the U.S. are watching closely, and I'm sure this is a little bit of a stressful time for you too. So go ahead and let me know what you're doing to take care of yourself as we start to slide into the holiday season.
That is like the 4th time you've mentioned sliding into the holidays.
I know. It's okay. So maybe this will be sliding into the holiday season. Maybe that'll be the title. I don't have to work very hard.
You're welcome.
Well, you are the so-called producer of this.
So-called. More of an editor.
More of an editor. But I like getting your feedback. I like having you be a part of this.
You never ask for my feedback.
Anyway, to all of my previous subscribers, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate the support. And to all my new subscribers, because I've gotten a couple. We are really rapidly approaching that 200 subscriber mark, and I just want to say welcome. Thank you. If you think somebody should be watching this, could get some good messaging and get some good feelings out of it, please share with them. Would be happy to have them see it and potentially share it with others. And if there's nothing else, you got a dog to take.
I have shit to do.
You have shit to do, and I've got client stuff. So, let go of perfection, take some risks, and above all else, have some fun.